Good morning, guys. Welcome back. It's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Thursday, and it's the 21st of January. Kind of a interesting pre-market so far. We're having some big movers, but a lot of consolidation in the last hour, pretty much from 7:30 to 8:30, and then even, just now, finally we're getting some stuff moving again. So let's see. Let's see what we get. CLSN finally making some moves as well. This ticker was really lacking a catalyst earlier when I was looking at it. Terminating purchase agreement. I'm kind of surprised this catalyst is making it run so much, the termination of the agreement. It's a nice little rally, though, on CLSN. So far, out of the gates, I've only been trading GENE. This one was a little bit nicer in my eyes, so we're up 567 on it. Big spike up here on GENE, sorry about that. 12 million float, 60 million market cap, Australian diagnostics and research company. Provide an update. It's a big move for an update, though, as well. I was hoping we'd maybe be able to accumulate a little bit here in this area, but no go. And then we have BBIG, our main lead gapper here. USA Leisure Company, 8 million float. Oh yeah, fair enough, Danny. Congrats on getting over the pattern day trader rule, man. Big congrats. Wow, GENE just dipped down here. Predictive capabilities improved over 100% over age and sex alone. Sounds pretty good. Right now I'm not trading because there's a lot of consolidation. We're not getting clear setup, so that's why I'm not trading right now. Yeah, I would definitely choose Webull over Robinhood. Although I hear Robinhood is a good options platform, but I don't trade options, so I'm not really can't really comment on that. I don't know what it is today, but I am godly exhausted today. Ever since I woke up this morning, I was tired. No matter how many espressos I drink, I don't know what it is. The float on CLSN looks to be around 37 million float, according to FinViz. Quick little recap of our swing trade portfolio. We're up 4.5 thousand on our swing trades, which is pretty sweet because this account right now with the profit is around a $30,000 account. So this is a really big growth now in about 2 weeks. Pretty happy with that. SSPK had a huge move yesterday, so selling off a little bit today. Wild boys. MDLY being called out. I really don't like how there's no volume on this one. Really is not something I would be watching. Very spotty ticker. It is a gapper though, one of the top, surprisingly. But I wouldn't really be paying too much attention to it. Doesn't really have too interesting of a catalyst either. There's a little stake. Board member has a 6% stake in the company. I'm really quite curious if BBIG is going to have some fall through today. USA Leisure Company, 8 million float, 24 million market cap with this reverse triangular merger for qualified as a tax-free organization. I mean, yesterday with OBLN, also merger news, very surprising to me that this one ran up the way it did. Huge rally. Could have been a result of a bit of a short squeeze. I mean, this was 500% plus on the day. We stopped trading at around 530 or something like that. So finally started making moves higher, and then we wrapped up trading somewhere in this area. I think I traded somewhere here. Yeah, we wrapped up the stream, I think somewhere in this pop to the upside. Started consolidating, had another run. This was the big area here where it started making a bit of a rounded bottom. And once we broke this key 314 zone, this was gone. Yeah, a lot pulling back right now. I'll quickly grab a water. I'll be right back. We got plenty of time here. We'll just go over the news in a little bit. So if you guys are, I think a good article to read right now, if you come to the watch list, which is the first pinned comment below, I have the watch list URL on NPR, what Biden's going to be doing, 10 executive actions right out of the gate. Some of the things that the end results should be: required mask on public, on planes, buses, and in airports. And then this is a really important one: require travelers to show a negative coronavirus test before entering the United States. It's a big one. A lot of states are doing that already, countries. Direct more studies. This is good. Transparency. And guidance never hurts. All general things that sound good in terms of, you know, precautions. There's also a little bit more of an extensive article on New York Times, what he's planning to do in the first 100 days. Definitely worth checking out. Worldwide, the cases are definitely still increasing quite drastically. Germany is also having a few days of consolidation here. The new cases are looking like they're dropping a little bit, which is nice. And then also a pretty continuous drop here, but I'm hoping, you know, we're going to make a lower low here and start trending to the downside. It's kind of funny that Google added a 7-day average here. It's not stocks, Michael, but there's a big correlation. It's good to know what's going on. Just want to keep an open mind, especially right now. Pre-market's very slow, so it's a great time to review just generally what's going on overall. Bitcoin, for example, falling off a cliff today, down 10%. Some other alts are down much more. So the big question is, you know, are we going to break 30,000? Right now, that low is roughly at 31,000. We kissed it. Volume's fairly light, but the day is young. So let's see where this ends. This could be, I think if we crack a solid 10%, we might go to 15, 20%. Could be one of those days in the crypto world. SPY just kind of consolidating here, not up too much pre-market, but you know, yesterday was a really big all-time high day, so looks like the market's overall happy about, you know, inauguration, how it all went. Yeah, 426, I totally agree. If it does dip below 30, I think it'd be a great time to accumulate a little bit. BBIG kind of popping up again for the first time in a while. There is some big buyers coming through here earlier. I don't think BBIG is done yet, and I think it's going to get really, really interesting soon here, because if you look on the 5-minute chart or even just zoom out on the 1-minute chart, you can really see that this one has huge potential for a big leg to the upside, right? We're always looking for that first leg. This one consolidated to the downside around 40%, and we're looking for that second leg into the market open. So I'm not sure what kind of move we're going to get. The first one was around 400%. So if we see something similar, I mean, we'll be way above 8. So this could be quite the rally. The next major zone of resistance obviously is right now roughly at 6, and if we move above that, we got 7, 8. I'll be keeping an eye on whole dollar levels on BBIG. Yeah, no, Michael, fair enough. Any thoughts on CLOV? I really like the fact that Shamouth is behind it and he's supporting this one. It looks like it's finding a little bit of support here on this channel. Gives me a lot of confidence. I've already averaged down once on CLOV, and I definitely plan to hold this one for quite some time. I think this is one of those tickers, you just got to give it a little bit of time. Right now it's had a huge breakout. It's having a healthy descending channel, which typically breaks to the upside. Looking for a little move higher here, and then that continuation for that second leg. I would give it some time. I wouldn't be too antsy on this one. I think these are some great areas to be accumulating here. So I would use these moments to, load up on size. That's my thought. I might be wrong, but that's my thesis on this one. Here we go. BBIG popping up, crawling. This could be the move for that second leg. Let's keep an eye out for it. USA Leisure, 8 million float. Merger news. Look like it's going to break here, VWAP. Great volume on BBIG. It's going to be the first time I trade it today if I do trade it. Critical spot, we're breaking higher. This is officially back in the game for us. Really great accumulation zone around 5, but to me it was I was waiting for this one to be back in play. So now it's looking nice. Watching this under 5.5. Might continue. Oh, there it goes. I was thinking about buying on it, pull back below 5.5, and didn't even have time for that. I feel like we're part of a movie right now, like all quiet on the Eastern Front or something. It's just so, I don't know why everything feels so relaxed right now. Maybe it's because I have the window open and it's really quiet outside. AIHS popping up here as well, worth following. This is a pretty big run here, 15%. Found big support around 1.5. Giving BBIG a little bit of time here. Nice move. This one's really building up a lot of strength. Look at all the volume that came in. CLSN popping back up as well. Nice, Wild Boys riding it. Good. Happy year, Paul. Oh. BBIG, quick little pullback there. This could be setting up a little bit of a diamond here. It's kind of like a messy bull flag. I typically don't like them too much, but I do think we have good opportunity right now, so I'm thanks, Michael. Me too, Wild Boys. Me too. Oh, God. Man, oh, man. I don't know about you guys, but pre-market today is just... I don't know what it is. I feel like it's just slowly crawling along. It's one of those days. I think it's because we had a really hot open. At like 7 o'clock to like 7:30, everything was flying. And then for the next hour, hour and a half, it was just snooze central. I think I only made three or four trades all pre-market. And now we're getting some activity back in 9:23. We're getting really close to that time. I'm usually not trading, which is a little bit unfortunate because it looks like BBIG is really starting to make its moves right now. Yeah, I didn't want it to seem like that. I was just like, all right, here we go. You know, it got started so well, and then whoosh, just totally stopped. I think that's really what I'm referring to more than anything. Great move on BBIG. I was too conservative on that pullback. Every time missing it by just a few cents. LPCN being called out. Very light volume on this one. Good support at 2.5 though. Former support, new resistance, classic. $2 is definitely a point of interest to look at. 215 seems to be an interesting spot. Around 2.3 to 215, worth noting. Yeah, it's definitely not the ticker for me either. Experiment right now, BBIG is definitely the most interesting one, without a question. We just want to be asking ourselves, what is the most interesting, what's the most obvious lead gapper that every trader is probably looking at right now, right? That's right now BBIG. That's the ticker you typically want to be getting extra aggressive on. It's 4 minutes till the market opens. I'm gonna go ahead, change everything till day, get ready here for the market open. We'll be right back. I'm gonna take a 1 minute break. I'll be right back. Another minute and 50 seconds before the market opens. Hopefully you guys are ready. Good last time to make sure you have everything set, all the settings right. I got 1,000 shares ready to go on BBIG. Would be looking to go up to 2,000 shares fairly quickly for full size. Looking for a nice continuation for that second leg. 5 minutes looking really good on this one. I'll probably be trading BBIG on my second chart, but you guys will see the trades on the main screen that you guys see. CLSN popping up pretty okay here. This is going to be an interesting spot. I'm going to box this one a little bit in with alerts. I'm not sure if they'll go off, but I do want to keep in mind that these are, you know, critical spots right now. CLSN is in. So let's see if this one can move higher. GENE with that really nice float. All these tickers have pretty nice low floats. So that's number one. CLSN has the biggest one with 37. The other ones are around 10. We'll see what we get here. I'll be watching BBIG with you guys out of the gate. "30 more seconds. Nice, James. It's a sweet long so far, man. You're up 30% or so. Well, 25 to 30, depending. Yeah, it's good. 12 more seconds, guys. Good luck, everyone. Thanks, Bren. Oh, we got some skater kids outside. I don't know if you guys hear that. Quick move up on BBIG. Quick move down as well. It's finding some support here in this area. Instantly ripping higher right now. Watching this one very closely. CLSN is beautifully ripping up right now. Huge rip up. Big congrats. James, you're milking this one. Beautiful. If BBIG breaks 5.5, I would probably consider buying it. A lot of tickers to be watching. Sometimes the best thing to do is just focus on one, trade the best, forget the rest. Almost 2 minutes now since the market opened. BBIG trying for that break of 6. That could be a nice move. Strong pullback on CLSN. Looks like it was failed breakout. Be careful with this one, guys. Markets are neutral. That's usually a really good sign. No trades yet for me since the open, since pre-market. So just kind of watching here. Wow, look at that move down, huh, on GENE. GENE. Ferocious. Just taking it one step at a time right now. BBIG, possible break of 6. There we go. Big support in GENE in the low teens. I'm still liking BBIG the most. Crazy wicked move on this ticker. We've seen some big sell-offs on this one before, about 15%. If it breaks 7, it could be a good little dip buy, but you got to be careful on it for sure. Definitely playing with fire a little bit. I'd use smaller size if I did do it. Might bounce any moment. Here we go, new candle. Big chance of a break over 720 in my eyes. I'm not long it, you guys would know. Okay, BBIG is definitely in play right now. Without a question, this one's looking really good. We're about 5 minutes into the market open. Definitely a good time to start getting more aggressive if you see the setups you like. There's the move on GENE over 720. Ooh, my fingers are starting to freeze. Woo! I'm about to close that window. Remember, BBIG is a 24 million market cap, 8 million flow with merger news. We saw what merger happened yesterday with OBLN. That was a huge rally. So this one has the same float, similar market cap. There's going to be huge resistance right here at like 675. We had former resistance roughly at 7 to 675, so just be careful of that area. Yeah, good question, Catracho. Just looking for an entry that I feel comfortable with. You don't know what a ticker is going to do, right? So I'm looking for setups, I'm looking for patterns. I'm not investing here, I'm not swing trading. Possible entry on BBIG, just went long on BBIG. Had another fill on BBIG. Bigger dip here on this one, unfortunately. long with an average at 31. Giving back some profits here. Big flush there. There goes pre-market a little bit. Big dip. Wow, that was quite impressive. I was not expecting a dip like that. Crack of 5 was a little nasty. I'm trying to manage this position here as best as I can. It's not looking good. Gotta stay focused right now. Try to get out before, but I missed my exit. I was... Move above 6 would be my exit. Got to cut the losses on this one. It's getting stuck at VWAP here. And see what has... It's out at 604. Now it's 609. BBIG, first trade on this one. Gave back 400 bucks. I was able to manage my risk okay on it, but still took a loss. That's why, El Chatro, that's... I hope that answers your question. I should have been more aggressive on the move to the upside. I didn't think it was going to flush that hard because in the past, this ticker actually didn't really flush too much besides this little quick dip here. But I got to say, I'm quite surprised it had such an aggressive sell-off here. So that's why I was a little bit cautious, or that's why I didn't sell right away, because I thought there was going to be a good bounce. And there's a bounce here to 20. So not too bad. Let's just keep an eye on it. I think there's going to be some more opportunities on that one for sure. Unfortunately, GENE, the ticker I'm actually doing the best on today, up 567 on it, isn't giving us any more trading opportunities. So let's see what we get out of it. But yeah, for now, that was a pretty big sell-off. We probably, we could have squeezed out a better exit, but I really can't complain about the exit we got. I'm pretty happy with that. We could have basically broke even on it, though. Well, okay, not break even, but... James. I mean, George, that's funny. George Ramos. It's, I think when you trade long enough every single day, you just, you see these numbers don't really mean anything. At the end of the day, it's only the daily P&L that really will, even that doesn't really mean anything. It's really long-term statistics that I focus on. Everything else is just noise. Nice move on BBIG, holding its highs. I really like to see that. I didn't want to see this ticker being done. Technically, if we held, we'd be in the profit right now, just slightly. Well, now we'd be in the negative, but it popped all the way back up. So we had a pretty okay entry, but that sell-off was no joke. So you got to keep that in mind. If the sell-off is that aggressive, it's most likely going to scare a lot of people, and most likely it's going to do something similar in the future. So let's just keep that in mind on BBIG. This ticker's up quite a bit today. We've also had days where we had gap up and we sold off the rest of the day. So that could easily be what BBIG is going to be. This could be another big red day, just like over here. So history does tend to repeat itself to some extent. Core is calling out ADTX. Great call out. Love the movement on this one. Has upside till about 5. Has a catalyst. Low float as well. I might have missed the move on it, but great second leg there. This is what I was hoping for BBIG. I was hoping for one of these pullbacks and then an instant continuation, just like that. Its charts are very similar in a way. Velocity is calling IPWR. I'll mark it. It's making progress for sure. ACST is definitely worth watching. Sub-dollar at the moment. I like the upside on ADTX. I really want to jump on this one before it goes over 4.5, if it does go over 4.5. But right now there's really good potential. I don't want to get snagged in another sell-off. That's the only thing worrying me a little bit right now. I think the best thing that could happen right now is a quick base hit. Not a forced one, but just, you know, a base hit and just in general, just to get some groove back here. GENE guys popping up. This was a pretty strong sell-off, but at least it was only about 10% from the open. That's actually giving me a little bit of confidence on GENE. It's going to be a little bit of a dangerous spot here, though, to be buying after this flush. Typically, a stock that's flushing this much tends to keep on flushing, so it doesn't really build confidence at this current point in time. GNE with that break. Nice move on ACST. Can break a new high. That's the next step. Absolutely great move on ADTX. Oh, did this just say I tried to short? Why did it say that? I'm looking at BBIG right now. ADTX could be a good entry though as well. 946, we got plenty of time here. BBIG, I'm looking for that move higher here. I think there's a good chance BBIG is about to break over 6.5. Had a good pullback here, 5-minute breakout. Everything's, man, I missed my entry. Yep, there goes the move. So we had the right idea on that one. I just didn't get aggressive enough. Sometimes it happens. No surprise here that GENE had a bit of a false breakout. We'll have to check out Ford later. I know you've been calling that out a lot, Michael. I don't think I've checked it out yet. Great move on ACST. Small size on BBIG. Looking for that last move over 76. Taking profits. Quick trade on that one. Made back some of my losses, about $300. I don't know, give or take. 250, I don't know. It's too quick. I was watching the price action. Nice, Michael. Nice, Micah. I like it. You guys are slaying it. Bigger sell-off there. I was kind of liking what I saw. It's a bit tough to predict this ticker a little bit. There's a lot. It's a bit of a failed spike. Have it here, Nathan. If anyone else loving the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd love to see you again. Hit the like button if you guys are enjoying the content, and let's keep trading here. Today's definitely a little bit of a choppy sketch session, but there's opportunity. There's a lot of volatility. As Ross Cameron says, volatility equals opportunity, but it's not super nice. ACST, man, great call out. That one's just inching along. ADXT also had a great rebound. A little nervous in this price category though. QTT is kind of interesting. There's a lot of stuff. It's always a little overwhelming when there's a lot of tickers. I usually look for tickers at least over $100 million volume. That pretty much leaves BBIG, CLSN, GENE. Sketch session, yeah, pretty much, man. Ford Industries. Oh, so you're talking about ticker F. BBIG is a little bit of a Lux game, I feel like, at this point. It's a little bit harder to snag the good trades on. You just kind of have to trade the dips, and in a way, the breakouts are a little bit, you just don't know if you're going to get flushed into. ACST with a nasty flush of its own. This could be a higher low on GENE. I think there's a good chance for this to be a higher low on it. Mainly because this one had, you know, I think this was our second best gapper, 12 million float, has a catalyst, corona-related Australian diagnostic and research company. It's just, you know, it's kind of forming a really negative slope right now. So I really want to see this one make some nicer moves. Huge breakout on BBIG right here. Big move, guys. Got room to run to 8. Putting a low limit order below 7 just in the meantime. I would like to trade it though. This could easily keep running over 7.5. That'd be a very aggressive buy, but I think there's a good opportunity for a break of 7.5. There it goes. I would have not held that one very long. Probably would have fumbled it quite a bit. Bit of a butcher-witcher situation. If I just held that first trade, I'd be up 30%. The one we lost on. You don't know till you know. BBIG has great upside runs, but its backsides, or you know, its pullbacks are very unforgiving. 9:54, getting quite close to 10 o'clock. Good chance is going to start building a little bit of support here and then having a secondary rip. I could see that happening, something around 7.2. Let's see. Dipping low, 17. Check out that first link in the video description below, tradejournal.co/connect. We got a whole foundation video series there. Man, BBIG is a stickler to trade. Real stickler. GENE, guys, I really do think that this one's showing some promise here. I'm not long it, but I do think it could see a bit of a trend. I just don't like the way it flushes, which makes me super uninterested to trade this if it actually does start moving to the upside. So if I did trade it, if anything, buying low would potentially be how I would go about trading this one. It's a bit of a hard decision. Corey's calling out ADTX again. After we could go over my trade statistics at 10:30, so give me another 30 minutes or so. Nice move on BBIG. IPWR, great move there. Huge move there on BBIG, absolutely beautiful. Right now it's at 859 new high, 8.6. Whew, just ran. It's running like crazy. IPWR is actually quite impressive as well. Yeah, Michael, I feel you on that, man. That flush shook a lot of people out, I think. Corey. I had a feeling you'd write something like that. I hope that didn't make us miss a trade. Yeah, exactly. That was ridiculous. %. Wow, BBIG, guys. The one that got away, huh? At least for me. I hope some of you guys are milking it. It looks like some of you guys are cheesing, so that's really good to see that. Couldn't be happier. You know, we called out this ticker too pre-market. Said it was primed for a big second leg to the upside. So I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't trade it more aggressively, having pretty high conviction behind it. Light volume on GENE makes me a little bit nervous on this breakout. You know what? I don't know if I could get myself to trade this one. You know, why did I not just listen to exactly what I was saying? I was too distracted on all the other tickers. I was wanting to accumulate here at the 7s. I'd be up 6% right now and close it out because of the way this one's flushing in the past. Huge mistake on my end with GENE. Absolute disaster here that I did not snag this one. Sometimes you just got to stick with the ticker that you want to trade. Simple, that's simple. Here's ADTX, guys, again. This one's really picking up some momentum here. I do like what we're seeing on this ticker. Great potential for a continuation here. BBIG, I'm still looking at it. I don't want you guys to think I'm not looking at it. Just have it on my top screen, waiting for a setup. Nice. Tigran, that's beautiful. Man. Missing a lot of snags right now. It's always a little bit stressful. Nice, 1AP Pro. Happy for you, man. I'm stumbling around a little bit too much here today for me personally. $10.01. Nice, DC. Happy for you. Cleaning up over there. Merger news on BBIG, Mike. Healthy consolidation on ADTX. You betcha, Corey. 100% guaranteed. Great breakout there on ADTX. I was not expecting an instant breakout just like that. If we go ahead and get a low buy on this one, I would consider holding for a secondary move to 5. Buying quite high, so that's why I'm being a little bit cautious here. Small size. Possible break of 475. Let's see, 472, 471. Yeah, that was nice. Very nice. Ooh, I've been missing so many moves in this last like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So many. Just sliding right through my fingers. I'd be careful with GENE. Very, very careful. Always nice to make up for yesterday's losses. BBIG looks a little bit top heavy here. Might do another dip around 8 to around 8. We'll see what happens. $10.05. What we gonna get, boys? I wanna get something. When we wrap up the swing trades, the day trading at roughly 10:30, we'll go into the statistics and we'll talk about swing trades. At the end of every live stream, we always review the swing trades and oftentimes pre-market as well. If you guys are watching on playback, that's usually a good time to check out the timestamps. You go right directly to it. BBIG, quick little sell-off here. Volume's not that great on the sell-off though. Possible break of 8. SSPK over 2290. Beautiful. James, it's so funny. Wow, ADTX being called out. Great move there on this ticker. Possible last push here. At 12 million shares outstanding is a really nice number on ADTX. Beautiful. Congrats to you guys holding it at the 4.5. That was a great breakout. Thanks, Carlos. BBIG dipping under 8. Long BBIG at 770. Small size. I would like to sell over 2, over 8, I mean. Not sure if we're going to get that. Unloading here at 95. Possible move over 8. That was my original goal. 98. There we go. Boom, 82. Man, that's where I would have sold. But, you know, BBIG's got me all sorts of shaky. So we're back in the green on BBIG after losing quite a bit. So that's good to be on the right side of it again. You know, why not take some profits off the table on that one? Bit of a risky dip buy on this one. But we broke a key support zone. Volume was light. And there was a good chance of a pivot. Those are some of my favorite trades. So I felt fairly comfortable trading on that one. I should have waited for the break of 8. There was good momentum behind it, but yeah, is what it is. GENE, guys, it's gearing up for a flush. So if you want to ride a roller coaster, GENE is going to be a bit of a splash zone candidate. BBIG, wow, instant move to 835. So yeah, we sold that one way too soon, huh? Thanks, guys. I know you guys are calling out a lot of tickers. It's really hard to focus on for me more than 2, maybe 3 tickers. That's why I'm not. GENE, just like that. And this is exactly what we were talking about. This ticker is riddled with sellers. You can just see them everywhere. You can feel them in the price action. This is exactly why I was saying GENE was a splash zone candidate here. A little bit of a wipeout. So yeah. ADTX is an absolute monster. Big congrats to you guys milking this one. I'm a little bit jealous, but wow, 10-10. What are we going to keep squeezing out of this one? It's just constantly pumping new highs. Thanks for the $5, Micah. Really appreciate that. Sounds like Micah probably made a home run trade or something. I'm happy for you, man. That's what I like to hear and see. BBIG selling off again, though. Such a toughie, man, that ticker. Next resistance zone at 7 on ADTX. I mean, this one does have some good upside still. I don't really think this run is over, to be honest with you. You just got to manage your risk on it for sure. Wow. Just buyer galore on this ticker. New high at 614. Can it do it? Oh my lord, instantly. No question. I know what you mean. Wild boys. That was such a wicked spike just now. That was a 20% move on ADTX. Possible quick spike here. Whenever I move my limit order, it's not where. BBIG gaining some momentum at 810. The sell-off on BBIG has slowed down quite a bit, so that's definitely a bullish sign. Yeah, velocity, the ADTX is way overextended. I thought it was overextended the whole time, so I was, you know, not nearly getting as aggressive as I should have on ADTX. There's that next resistance point at 7. Might not hit it though because it just had a big blow off top. So this could be the point where it starts looking for some consolidation. Yeah, Colby could very much be. BBIG is up 400% right now, with dollar volume at 760 million, guys. This is really a ticker that we shouldn't be totally underestimating. It's a bit tricky to trade for sure, but it's high in demand right now. I mean, this thing is rotating share ownership like crazy. ADTX has been an absolute wonder, but this might be starting to pull back while BBIG might start running up. That's kind of what I'm thinking, but it's tough. BBIG just had a breakout here, back above the 9 EMA. I'm having such a hard time trusting BBIG. ADTX setting up here. Mustafa. A lot of the previous flushes were a big indicator that was losing steam. It was really starting to trend to the downside. Well, ADTX could be a good buy right coming up here in a second. It's really showing a lot of support here at 560. If 560 cracks though and the momentum slows, could be a phenomenal pivot spot right at 550. Oftentimes when a ticker runs up so aggressively, it does tend to pull back equally as aggressively. So that's why I'm not yet getting long on this ticker, but it's really finding some big support here. I'd be careful for a dip, but I'm also tend to be a little bit too conservative in these situations, so always trade what you think is right. Doesn't matter what anyone else says. $10.17. Got another 12 minutes to go at least. I wonder if growing out facial hair improves your trading, because I feel like it creates some sort of relaxing stimulus when you scratch your beard the whole time. CLSN. Look at GENE, just disaster blaster. That's what's going on with GENE. I don't know why, but I'm having every time I look at GENE, I think of one of those like log roller coaster rides that you fall down a waterfall and then you get splashed. I don't know why, but GENE just makes me think of like I'm in a theme park about to get soaked. SUNW has been quite the ticker. I know a lot of you guys were calling out this one. I didn't really give it enough light of day because I was so focused on all the other tickers, but you know, such a beautiful multi-day rally on this one. No joke. Constantine says Spartan trading. Michael can get behind the theory. I feel like there's definitely something to it. Flume. Yeah, is that what it's called? Flume rides. I couldn't put my finger on it. I feel like I've been waiting for ADTX to flush below 5.6 for so long. That was a 15% dip it did last time. That's pretty nasty. Ugh. Here we go. There she goes. Come on, break 5.5. Do it. There's the break of 5.5. I'm not sure if it's going to go much lower than that. Hit a low of 541 roughly. Yeah, no, I was looking for a little bit more than that. Needed a little bit more before I wet my whistle on that ticker. New minute. Let's see what happens. Another red candle question mark. It could be, but I don't know. I don't know. The last sell-off makes me extremely reluctant to buy this sell-off as a dip. Retrace upside potential isn't that great. Right now it has a negative risk reward. This trade 1,000 times would be a negative P&L, so that's why I'm not buying this one. Sometimes you get lucky, but we're not just trying to get lucky. We're trying to just take good trades. Man, this ticker is just chilling. Spent the first 30 seconds trying to break higher. Let's see what the next 30 seconds it tries to do. It might actually end up pulling back now because it didn't work breaking higher. A couple seconds left, 53. ADTX, you're giving me anxiety. Jesus Christ. Praise the Lord. Maybe Jesus, what are you doing? Yeah, great call out on BBIG velocity. That's definitely 5-minute flag setup for sure. It's also so thickly traded. It's almost crazy not to be looking at it. I have BBIG on my second screen the whole time. There goes ADTX, doing exactly what I was waiting for, finally. Originally, I wanted to buy in the 30s, but since it took so long to get here, it makes me not want to buy in the 30s and rather wait for the 20s. Is that a good idea? I'm not really sure. Long there at 7. 27. Looking for ideally a fairly quick retrace back above 5.5. I'm not sure if we're going to get a move like that. Using very small position size right now. I'm not sure if we're going to get much of a move out of this one. Still using very small size. This is a backside move. They're oftentimes a little risky. BBIG is making nice moves as well. A little bit more interesting. Maybe I'll sell this one quickly. All right, I'm taking profits on this one. I'm focusing on BBIG right now. Such a slow mover. I sold too soon though. Way too soon. It's doing the bounce that I was kind of thinking it would. It's always a little stressful when you're scrapping around here for these like not so great moves, and then you step up to the plate on a bigger breakout or something like that, and then you get stuck in a flush, and then you just give back a little bit of your work. So it's like little trades like this are sometimes a little bit more stressful than they're worth. And I'm not really seeing any like those decent, quality setups right now. BBIG is extremely choppy in this area. If you're buying breakouts on BBIG right now, you would be just throwing away money. So it's a bit of a tough situation we're finding ourselves in, I think, right now. I think there's a really good chance that ADTX is going to bounce in this area. Very light volume here. It's holding pretty well. This could be a quick little last minute retest of the lows. Very small size again, half size on ADTX. I'm doing half size because I don't trust these setups that well. Move over 20, I would probably take profits on. Closed two very scalpy small trades on ADTX. I'm still watching BBIG, but ADTX, gave us opportunities, so that's why I was trading it. This could run back above the 9 EMA. I do like how fast it is, but I didn't like the overall setup. I didn't really want to be doing dip trades right now. But, you can't really pick and choose what trades come to you. So I did trade these. To manage my risk, I just used small position size. I used half size on both these trades. Typically, I'd be trading with, $10,000, so about 2,000 shares. Take care, Alfie. Don't forget to check out the playback, and we'll talk all about the stats, our average position size, and all that fun stuff. And next week, because the internet's back and I couldn't do it last week and the week this one. Well, I could have done it this one, but I had some other things to do. We're going to do the 2020 and December recap. I know it's super delayed, but I want to go through quite a bit of stuff with you guys. So we're going to be doing that after the live stream, most likely on Tuesday, but it's not picked yet. BBIG, guys, crawling up here. A little bit of momentum on BBIG, but there's so many failed breakouts that I think it, might have geeked people out a little bit too much. I'm not sure if we're going to get follow through on it. Possible small entry on ADTX again. Fill on ADTX. A little bit of consolidation here. We do know that this is generally a big support zone, reducing some of the risk right now. You do have the risk of flushing 5. That could be a big dip, so you got to be really careful here. I think it's going to have at least one more attempt at breaking higher. Our last run was around to 40, 540. Very overall a bit scalpy here on my end. Looking for that move over, good move over 20. There it goes. Another quick scalp move here. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. If I see a great move again, I'll go long. But, oh my God, would you look at that? We're over $1,000 profit today. I did not think we were going to have a good day today. We had a big loss today, actually. And surprise, surprise. What I'm going to actually go ahead and do here is I'm going to do a quick little run to the restroom, the big boys room. And then I will see you guys. The gloves are off. I'll see you guys in like 2 minutes. Depends how long it takes. Sometimes it gets a little serious. The scalp machine, that got a little bit scalpy near the end for sure. So 900 yesterday, 1,000 today. Hey, that's not a bad. It's not a bad deal. Nice, Wild Boys. $100, $800, man. That's freaking steal deal. All right, we're gonna go right after this. We're gonna do a quick recap. What happened today? Sorry for yelling the mic. Exactly, Michael. Oh my God, I can't talk right now. We're going to quickly go over the tickers we were traded. We're going to go over what tickers might be running a little bit later. We're going to be going over swing trades and then the stats. We're going to go over quick January stats in case you guys are curious, all the numbers flying around. So give me 2 minutes and then I will see you guys back here. So I'm going to mute the microphone so it doesn't get weird. And I'll see you guys in a second. All right. Wow, BBIG just fell off a cliff. I wouldn't say it was totally unexpected because all the failed breakouts it was making. ADTX is actually popping back up here quite nicely. Really, really nice, I gotta say. ADTX on the 5-minute could be totally back in play, guys. Crawling back up with 9 EMA. All right, so let's quickly recap here. So we traded GENE, ADTX, BBIG. Here you can see the PLNL on the day. All these are closed positions because it's day trading, right? These are not swing trades. I know a lot of you guys sometimes ask about that. What is this? View alerts? Oh, no, we don't want to do that. GENE, where's this one hiding? This was really a ticker I had high hopes for because pre-market we had some really good moves on this move to the upside, good consolidation, and then great potential for a second leg to the upside. And then we had this wicked flush right here, and this is where my mind shifted on GENE quite drastically. Into the open, we had another flush, and then we had more and more flushes here. And in this area, I already knew this ticker was dead. That's why I was talking about the flume roller coaster ride, where you just go into the splash territory. Yeah. So a little bit about why I was very unthrilled about GENE. Otherwise, I mean, this ticker did have some potential. I mean, there was huge potential on this ticker. Blah, 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 blah. Right here, Australian diagnostic research company, 12 million float, 60 million market cap with a coronavirus catalyst. All sounded really good, but it just wasn't able to hold its highs. I mean, the daily chart, look at these big spikes to the upside, oftentimes failed spikes to the upside. So it's always good to realize what happened in the past. Talking about what happened in the past, let's go to ADTX because this is the one that's really running right now. And you always want to think, you know, what happened in the past on this one? Well, we've had some big moves to the upside. Oftentimes they don't hold the highs well, but this is the biggest volume move so far. You got to keep in mind though, it looks like this one is having some dilution, so you can't really give it full credit that there's huge relative volume today because of the dilution behind this ticker, which is clearly evident in the volume. I don't know. Big move so far. We have room to run till I would say 7. That's what we were talking about before. If 7 cracks, I mean, we have some good upside from there. I would look for that 750 zone, 760 zone as kind of the next major spot of resistance. Right now, making some really good moves here on this 5-minute candle breakout. Remember, one of my favorite setups is the 5-minute breakout, the 1-minute pullback. What does that mean? Well, we have a nice 5-minute candle here making a big breakout. We have a nice 1-minute pullback. This right now could be a potentially very, very good setup for a continuation to 6. That's a 10% upside. You're risking right now roughly around 10% downside as well. So it's not a great risk reward trade, but I highly doubt it's going to run all the way down here in one move. So you could always manage your risk pretty quickly. I'm done trading though, so I'm not going to be trading this one, but it does look kind of good. Otherwise, you know, where does ADTX going to go from here? I would be very weary on, you know, how well does it hold its highs. If it keeps holding its highs here and starts trending back above 6, I think, you know, there's a good chance we're going to break 670. So just keep an eye out where it's going to go from here and, yeah, play it by ear. And, you know, this ticker has that huge spike ability. We actually didn't look it up too much, but with 12 million shares outstanding, this thing is just reeking of upside potential. Here we go. Shares float, 10 million market cap, 33 million market cap. I mean, this is, you know, exactly what we're looking for. Has a catalyst. Immune monitoring services will continue operation February 1st. I actually didn't even look into the catalyst that much. I was just trading price action, but, you know, it typically is good to gauge how good the catalyst is. I wasn't really doing that on ADTX because there was momentum behind it and the sell-offs weren't really that strong, so I was pretty bullish on ADTX. So big question, how well does that continue? With BBIG, our other lead gapper here, I'm only up $125 on this one. I gave back a huge profit on this one right into the market open. Well, okay, a little bit later, 938. I was buying here this pullback, and then I got flushed into the rest. We were down like, you know, $700-800 at one point, and then I sold on the first retest here back above 6 a little bit too soon because we actually ended up pretty much going to where I bought in. So yeah, and if I just held that, you know, this could have been the biggest winner of the year. So yeah, it's a tricky one to trade. Flushes very strongly. Right now it's flushing as well. I don't know. I'm not super optimistic on this one. Not to mention, check out here previous price action on this ticker. Nasty big sell-offs here on a big gap up day. So we opened up here and we sold off the rest of the day. This one, potentially a similar situation. We're opening up here. Maybe we're going to sell off the rest of the day and it's going to be a big red candle. I don't know. It's hard to say. But to me, I would probably put more of my money on ADTX at the current time. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, okay, so let's pull up actually pull up some stats very quickly, and then we'll talk about swing trades. So the stats for the day trading account is we're up 4.7 thousand so far this month. It's okay. It's not great. We had some some red days that pulled us back down. My win-loss ratio is not the best either right now. I'm pretty much having 1-to-1 risk reward with a little bit better average win. My win percentage is pretty good though, 67. On my really good months, it's 74. So this is pretty good. Average position size obviously going up. We did close out some swing trades this month as well. So technically, if we apply that to this month so far, we're at $6,000, and then you add today's gains, we're at $7,200 for the month. So pretty good month, can't complain. And the month is not even over. We got another week and a half to go. So there's a good chance we can have a $10,000 profit month this month, pretty reliably, I think, as long as nothing too drastic changes from here. So I'm pretty happy how this month is going. I haven't documented some of these trades yet, so I'm a little bit behind schedule there. If you guys have noticed, we got a new update on the import tab. I don't know if you guys noticed, making it a little bit quicker to move your trades around. So if you create a new trade, you can quickly add your entries to that trade, the ones you imported. It's a little bit faster now than manually going to each entry. So I hope you guys like that. And we're going to be working on an import wizard very, very soon. So that's going to be a huge time saver down the road as well. In terms of swing trades here, we're up slightly, $300 on our swing trade portfolio, which is great. This is about a $30,000 account. So the fact that we're up almost $5,000 on this account is big news. These are all pretty much new swing trades except ADT. We've been holding them for roughly 2 weeks. So it's great return in 2 weeks. Hopefully you guys were able to jump on some of these swing trades. SSPK is our lead winner right now. This was actually originally our smallest position, SSPK. Huge move here. We're up 2.3 thousand. Our entry was at 12.26. So we're getting really close to 100% returns on SSPK. Did someone just say ADTX flush? Oh my lord. Huge flush, 25%. This is why I stopped trading at 10:30. To me, everything after 10:30 is just FOMO, fear, greed, emotions, stress. I don't know. Okay, let's get back to the swing trades here. Hopefully you guys weren't stuck in that, guys. Some nasty stuff. Going back to SSPK, one thing I did want to mention, it's kind of getting a little top heavy on this ticker, 23.69. I would like to see one more move to the upside. Volume is fading quite a bit. I'm a little bit nervous what's going to happen from here. It's getting a little bit choppy. If we have one of those last spikes to the upside, I think I would actually go ahead and realize my gains with the intention of buying back. This is a Roth IRA account, so managing your position is actually beneficial since you don't pay those taxes on a Roth IRA account. So what I would be looking to do is, sell anything over 25. That would be ideal. I actually have a limit order here for 24.65 because I'm always a little bit skeptical if we're actually going to break 25, and then ideally buy back. Now, I think we could see some pretty aggressive pullbacks, and that's why I would be looking to buy back. The problem is if I sell at 25, maybe we're going to have a huge run to 35, 45. I mean, look at QS. QS was a massive miss for me. We had a beautiful move. Originally, KCAC, this was QS. I don't think KCAC pops up anymore, but we had one of our best trades on KCAC, which was the SPAC that turned into QS. We were, I don't even remember the numbers exactly. I could pull it up though. Let's just pull it up really quickly here. So, the downside of managing a position, obviously, is, missing out on big upside. I'm gonna have to pull up KCAC, right? So let me actually do that. Let's just go to trades. So yeah, this is a 43% return. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me blow it up here a little bit bigger. So we were accumulating KCAC, which turned into QS in the 14s, and then we sold it when it hit 20, as it was showing a little bit of signs of weakness here on failed breakouts. And it, you guys all know QS. It ended up going to 132. So talk about selling way, way, way too soon. Very unfortunate. Yeah, it is what it is a little bit. So that's the thing, with SSPK, would I be selling too soon? I don't know. It's hard to say. I think if we have another big green day, it would be great to take some profits and then buy back as soon as possible, even if it's only like a 10% difference. Because then, you could throw those 10% into more shares. So I think that could be kind of good. Let's actually pull up, or let's keep going down the list very quickly here on current account swing trades, just for anyone else that's curious. ADT, a little bit of a sell-off here, but it held pretty well, so that's good. BFT, nice break higher here on BFT. Love to hold this one. CLOV, we already talked about it earlier. This is a social capital SPAC, recent merger, and I'm very bullish on Shamoth. I really like what this guy's always up to. I think he has great philosophies. He's got great investing strategies, and I'm a big believer more in him than even than I acknowledged with CLOV. So to me, this is a very a little bit following a good investor trade on CLOV. So let's see how that one pairs out. I really like this big break to the upside. I like the descending channel. That's a very bullish sign. Descending channels oftentimes do break to the upside. So this is basically a very big extended bull flag. And I'm looking to hold this one several weeks, if not two months roughly. GOEV, we've been holding this one since the low of 12. This is when we acquired GOEV. This was a great acquisition. We got long this one at 12.24. That was almost at the perfect low here. And this one ran up 65% before pulling back a little bit. And then, now it's looking like it could be setting up that next run to the upside. So similar situation with SSPK, I could have sold here and then bought back in this area and I would have a lot more shares. So, sometimes taking profits and buying back is a way to go. HYLN, I like that it's not selling off anymore, but a lot of consolidation here. I think any news can pump this one quite extensively. Oh God, Mike. Yeah, there's not a lot to do besides shed a few tears, man. Like CLSK is, I totally butchered that one. The thing is, like, that's just how it goes. Like, no trade will ever be perfect, and who cares? Like, we're not looking for perfect trades. We're looking for good risk reward, right? And as long as the risk reward is favorable, keep holding it. If it's not, take profits, and you're not going to be right all the time. But it's better than getting a loss. So that's my thoughts. None of these are really too interesting. There goes SSPK. I'm really waiting for that big rip on SSPK over 24 and ideally over 25. THBR, another SPAC, VIH. VIH, guys, you guys know I'm super big long on VIH. I love the team behind this SPAC, and Backed is one of the biggest US crypto exchanges. They have ties in all the big financial institutions. Any hedge fund that is going long crypto is probably using BAKT. So VIH for me is a great way to get a little bit more crypto exposure. To me, I think VIH is a total no-brainer. Yeah, we've been talking about that. There's not a lot to say. I mean, we've been talking about these consistently on a daily basis. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in. I know Michael's been talking about Ford Motors like crazy. Look at this company from a low of 396 here up 200% to 12. Kind of reminds me a little bit of BlackBerry, which was a low at 27 here and then just absolutely rallying. I think BlackBerry is even more aggressive. Yeah, like 350% rally. Just absolutely absurd. We'll talk about Ford a little bit more in a second, but CCIV, Churchill Capital Corp, You know, with Lucid Motors, the company they're taking public or rumored to take public, I haven't caught up if those rumors were true yet. Like, I'm not. I need to learn a little bit more about Lucid Motors to jump on the bandwagon a little bit more. Like, they're saying that they're like really this luxury EV brand, which, you know, I guess makes sense, but they're kind of comparing themselves to BMW, Audi as like an EV. While to me that doesn't make sense, because that's kind of what I would put Tesla as. And then, you know, if you're like a luxury EV, to me, then you would be more of like a Bentley or something as an EV. I don't know. I had a hard time jumping on this one as hard as you know, some of the other stocks. So I sold this one. We walked away with $1 a share profit. Can't complain. But price action wise, I do like what we're seeing here. It's on the sell-offs, it's very light. This is a very bullish sign. So what I would probably look for on CCIV is a little bit more of maybe consolidation to the downside. And if this one, you know, if any move into the 15s, I think would be a great accumulation. And then holding this one for like a 1 to 2 month time horizon, I think would be a very safe bet in terms of, you know, day trading, SPACs, or swing trading and all that stuff. That's my thoughts. Obviously, you guys could have totally different opinions, but, you know, just based on my style, these are some of my thoughts on these tickers. Rivia is going to be a better IPO because I think, or one of the big three, and Amazon is behind them with over $1 billion investment. I would have to look into that more. I can't really comment on it. I would have to look into a little bit more on Ford. I'm not totally sure why they're rallying so much. There was a really good Volkswagen article I was sharing with you guys on yesterday's watch list. If you guys haven't read it, I highly recommend it. But like I said, I haven't looked into Ford enough recently to really comment on this one. It's a big move here to the upside. We got earnings coming up. I definitely wouldn't hold into earnings. Raise money with Deutsche Bank. Price target of 11. This is a big rally off the lows on it. Rivian Velocity says. Rivian is an EV company. Free My Grandma says Tesla doesn't seem luxurious. Well, they're in a different. They have a few different classes, right? It depends what model you're getting, but, you know, spending. What's their SUV called? The Model X. I mean, you're spending well above, with all the features, $100,000. So I would definitely say it's luxurious. I've sat in them and they felt pretty good. You could get the cheaper Teslas too, and I wouldn't say those are super luxurious, but I mean, you can go pretty high end with Tesla, you know, getting the Roadster or something like that. So, which I'm not comparing it to like a Bentley or something with luxury, but I would say it's easily there with like Audi and BMW. So I just felt like it was very weird that the CEO of Lucid Motors was like putting themselves in that category. I don't know. I just didn't fully understand it. I could be totally wrong. I probably am. But, you know, if I can't get behind something, I'm not gonna get super aggressive on a trade on it near the highs. I would buy it on a dip lower though, for sure. We're talking about CCIV right now. Great move though on Ford, absolutely crazy. Kind of makes me want to check out GE a little bit, which was one of our awesome swing trades that we bought this one at 650 and we held it here. This was like a 60 to 70% return. GE was just a beautiful, beautiful trade. Oh my God, I'm having flashbacks to the beauty of GE. Wait a second, why are these symbols all out of place? Something's wrong. Oh, I know why. These all need to be updated. There it is. 60% return. Yeah, similar situation. I mean, with GE, we were starting to take profits here as it started reaching a lot of resistance roughly at 11. So similar, you could see it did crawl up, but the return has been quite minimal ever since breaking 11. Big resistance here. And I kind of feel that way about Ford. I feel that way about BB, BlackBerry. I would just be, it had a great run. And I'm not saying it's not going to keep going up, but let it pull back, let it come to your price target, and then start getting aggressive. Wait for that 20-30% pullback, which is inevitable, and then have a little bit longer of a time horizon. And that's how I would go about it. I wouldn't get super aggressive on some of these moves right now. Yeah, most likely velocity. Most likely that is a good move. All right, we'll talk about GOEV and then Excella. Well, I mean, we already did briefly talk about GOEV. I don't really think there was anything too new that came out about GOEV. Kramer likes GOEV. He thinks it's very good, but it's also speculative. Yeah, I'm still waiting for a move over 20 with GOEV, and then I want to sell into strength. That's my goal. For now, I'm holding. I'm long at 12.20. I wish I kind of took profits on this one, but I didn't, and I'm still holding. But goal originally was a move over 20. I don't know XELA. Nice velocity. Dang, a lot of people got over a K today. Absolutely crazy. Today was a milking kind of day. Is this the ticker you're talking about? XELX. XEX. Oh man, I can't even read right now. Well, it's definitely time for me to wrap up, that's for sure. Sticker's not popping up. I'm not sure if this is the one you're referring to. All right, then let's go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. Here again is the quick recap of the swings, and then, and then this is our day trade return for the day. So, whew, what a day today. Sure was a little bit hectic. Juan says Excella is XELA. Gotcha. Yeah, sorry about that. Remember, if you're typing a company name, use just lowercase or initial the first letter, especially if the company name is literally like 4 letters or 5 letters. If you're typing the ticker, then do capital on the ticker. Otherwise, if I don't know it, I won't recognize what the ticker is. UAVS is... How is UAVS doing? I remember we were day trading that one. Wow, huge run up, huh? Absolutely insane. Huge resistance coming here on 14, 15. Oh my lord, just be careful. I mean, these are some high numbers. This ticker can and will retrace at some point. You could be down easily 20%, very quickly. Low volume on the sell though. This is very bullish. UAVS looks very bullish, but yeah. Yeah, and the ticker with the dollar symbol is always a good idea as well. Thanks Juan. Gotta let the people know. UBSV, big breakout, light pullback volume, very bullish again as well. Ticker is definitely worth looking into. They're holding their highs. It's always a good sign. Be careful. This one did have fleshy hat pass. I don't really like swing trading small caps. I'll swing trade SPACs and mid caps any day, but usually small caps, especially biotechs, I usually never touch for swing trades. All right, guys. I will see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Yeah, XRP is going to get squashed by the SEC. That's a good question. I have 0 comments on that, to be honest. I'm following it, but I have not made my own decision or my own thesis, so to say. So I can't comment on that, but I will be also watching it. I know a lot of people are talking about that. Yeah, don't forget to drop a like, guys, on the way out. I really do appreciate it. Hit subscribe if you're new. I'd love to see you again. And like always, guys, stay safe, make some awesome trades, and don't do anything silly out there. Crazy market we got here.